Just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Yo, son. Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, here we go. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Tighten up, tighten up. Man,
80. They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check, 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 check.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
And the Jets, first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Darnold from the gun. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bell. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a draw play. This is Bell. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 45-yard line.
You're outside. 51's the mic. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Mike 51. Mike.
On 2nd and 12, Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. Open man left side, that's the tight end Herndon. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Brady. Forced out to his left. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Check 26, check 26. Hey, 66. Hey, exit. Mike 57. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. Go Bandit.
Here's Brady to throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Working from the gun, it's Brady. He's going to air one out. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Come on, take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And
he's got him in, complete. Give him 32 on the play.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover and put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Here's Bell. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll try to sweep with Bell. Bell a 1st down and then some. And he cuts it right sideline. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Le'Veon Bell hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jets will extend their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Brady gives to Michelle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys and continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Hey, goal 66.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. That's out to his running back, Michelle. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Even. 4 down. Even.
Another try after the first down sack. Darnold caught here by Bell. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Michael Bannon, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. Back deep is Philip Dorsett. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike. Watch the pass.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Tremaine Johnson could not be contained on the corner blitz.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
To try again after the sack. Brady, that's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
Hey, Haywood.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Got you. I got you, son. I got you, son. 57's Mike.
Hey, check it.
Yeah, I got you.
Go.
57's the mic.
Rip.
Shotgun now for Brady. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Get that ball.
Now Bell. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
No. Off. Whip. Watch the whip.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick six. Well, how would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Gostkowski the extra point. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Fresh off the pick six, it's Darnold. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Lawrence Guy in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
At the 23-yard line.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Hey, let's go. Ready? They're not ready for this. They still playing.
Back to throw, Darnold. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 16 yards, a first down.
And the Jets, first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 36-yard line.
Here goes, son. Check that. We got Mike 52 right here. 52. Check pass. Check pass.
On 2nd and 12, Darnold. O'Neill's got it, complete. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
That's good for Jets. First down.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Darnold now to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
52's the mic right here over there.
On 2nd and 10, Darnold. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Jamie Collins just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
Hey, tight.
Hey, orbit.
54. Mike 54. Hey, come on.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. Being chased out left. And avoids the contact by sliding. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 38-yard line.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Devin McCourty brings him down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Looking to throw on second down. Darnold out right here to Herndon. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Single.
Now it's Darnold. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 16.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here we go, man, Eddie. Defense all day. Jim.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Darnold from the red zone now. That's complete. It's Bell. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
At the 13-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Again, Darnold. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Ty Montgomery. his second touchdown on the season. And the Jets will extend their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
Following the penalty, Michel. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
A gain of 4. That's it, baby. It's now second and 6. At the Jets' 46-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. To throw on second and 6, Brady. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 30.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
That throw by Brady incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Goal 50. Check it, reload.
Brady again here on second and 10. And he'll get that to Michel, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. New England on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They can use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, box truck, box truck.
50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike. Coming.
Now Brady again. Open man is Gordon, complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle.
There's a man, and it's Edelman for the Patriot touchdown. Julian Edelman, as the first half is winding down, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the line.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. He couldn't hook up with a Nunwa that time. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And the 13-year man puts it through. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Lawrence Guy, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Here's Darnold. He hits Herndon over the middle. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. By the end of last year, Herndon had solidified himself as the primary tight end for New York. Overall, second leading receiver in 2018 on the team behind Robbie Anderson. In fact, his 39 catches, most among rookie tight ends in the league a season ago. From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. Open man is Anderson. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Le'Veon Bell. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Jets have taken the lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
72.
To throw again. Brady. He'll have a first down past the 40. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
I'm guessing, partner, that if we're in the huddle with the Patriots right now, there's not a single guy that thinks they have any chance of coming back in this one, especially not with Tom Brady.
Yeah, who's Tom Brady? What's he done in the past as far as comebacks are concerned? They're down right now, but that can evaporate quickly with him in the huddle.
Hey, ball 66.
Throwing on 2nd down. Brady. That's out to his running back, Michelle. And DP goes into Jets territory before being taken down. A big play there for New England. 43 yards. Trying to pound it in here with Michelle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to pound it in with West. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Another shot here from the 2 as they come up on 3rd and goal. This is West. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Darnold. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player? No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
He was the leading receiver for the Jets the season ago. Robbie Anderson, 50 catches, over 750 yards, and getting more and more comfortable with Sam Darnold. Now a year plus under their belts collectively. You'd figure that those numbers for Anderson might be trending further north. Darnold hauled in by Anderson, left side. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
To throw is Darnold. Open man left side. That's the tight end, Herndon. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On first down, Darnold. Caught here by Bell. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make this a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Out left to Anderson. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Darnold to throw again. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays, yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Keep playing hard.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants a drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
The throw here going to be complete to Gordon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
Alert! Sugar!
To throw is Brady. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Hey, Charlie!
Brady now on first down. Flush to his right, and he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Tom Brady needing a 4th quarter comeback here. He's actually only done it 8 times in the last 5 years, but if you break that down further, the Pats in those years rarely losing in the 4th quarter like they are now. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
It's our time. Mike 54. Mike 54. Rap. Mike 54.
Sugar!
Mike 54.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way. That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, not able to find any yardage on that one.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Now Darnold. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Tight end right. It's that. 4 down. Check. 4 down. Sponge. No. 36.
Darnold from the gun. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The field position game often so overlooked, but this offense is going to be backed up deep. What an ideal punt.
And now, this stage of the game, when they need the drive to try and put themselves in a position to win it, you talk about going the long field, the very long field. This could be a 99-yard drive if they're able to accomplish it.
This drive starts out on the ground with Michelle. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. We've seen this a few times in this game. That offensive line just, I don't know if you want to call it out physical, out tough, whatever you want to use.
And what people do when that is happening, when they're getting dominated that way, they spread things out a little bit, make it more of a space game, and allow your skill position players to make a few plays out in open field. Take away the physical element, gives you a chance.
Alpha. Ball 50.
On 2nd and 11 now. Brady. Green's got it over the middle. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing. You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Hey, exit.
Field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Hey, check Mike 57.
Both bandit.
On 2nd and 9, Brady. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6. Hey, Alabama.
Brady now on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended receiver, Sony Michel. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, Haywood.
He don't want it. Mike's 57. 57's Mike.
Throwing again. Brady. And he comes back with one complete. 6 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Hey, 66.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. Got a man. It's his tight end, Lance Kendricks. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 42.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
57's Mike. Mike 57. You ain't
Go.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Too low, Dub. Hey, check Mike 57.
Alpha.
57. Man out.
Brady to throw again. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Looking back to the air on 2nd down. It's Brady. And Green with a catch left side. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 18.
X3. 218. Chop.
First down, Patriots.
Hey, Alabama.
57. Mike 57.
Hey, Orbit.
Mike's 57. 57's Mike. Let's go one more.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Green once again the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Let's go. No, 66.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Here we go. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Rip.
Brady will try again on 2nd down. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Brady to throw. And this is caught. It's Edelman. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. To throw again on 2nd down. Brady to the end zone, but it's incomplete. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Now Brady again. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. Tom Brady with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Mike 54. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Darnold. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. A great Monday night to wrap up the weekend football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy.
Come on, QB, come on.
Now it's the backup Simeon. This one caught by Crowder. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Throwing again on second down. Simeon. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The 330-pounder Al Woods brings the boom on the sack.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him.
Crunch time, defense. 51.
Now Simeon. Open man is Anderson. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building.
Set, ready, 8, read.
What's the run? They're running it.
Right up.
Simeon. Bernard's got it, complete. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
15 more yards. That's another Jets first down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Come on,
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Bravo.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Check the backer, check the backer.
Big grip, big grip.
Now it's Simeon. On the catch, it's Crowder. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown. Late in the game, they look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
57's Mike. Mike 57. Hey, let's get some penetration here.
Protected, reload.
Brady to throw. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
All right, they picked up yardage, but they've got to get up to the line of scrimmage and spike it. They've got one timeout left, want to save it.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Sideline throw. That's caught. Julian Edelman. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
57. Mike, 57. All right, T, let's go. All right, T. Alert! 57. 57's right. Oh, you got D?
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
57's the Mike. Mark 57. Here I come. 57's Mike. Mike 57. I got you. I got you.
72. Hey, hey!
Now Brady. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Julian Edelman, the intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 9. One final try now for Brady. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
72.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
72.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. It's a touchdown with zeros on the clock. And an extra point will send us to OT.
And that touchdown means a decision has to be made. Do they kick the PAT and tie it up, or do they go for 2 and try and win it right now?
So a very interesting final chapter to this proverbial book here in this one, because they were in field goal range, could have won it with a field goal, elect to go for the touchdown. I still don't know what they were doing.
As great as this game was and as dramatic an ending as we had, the post-game press conference is going to be key, because they're going to be asking Coach, why not a field goal attempt there? You got an opportunity to win it right there with your guy, and instead you run another play.
Yeah, we might need to stop by that press conference on our way out the back door here.
Yeah, just slow down the plane for us, all right? We got to get an answer before we go.
So for the Jets, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for New England, they dropped just their 2nd game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.